Hello everyone and welcome back to MasFra. It's Dr. Alex Bolt here on the Health and Nutrition platform. Now I'm going to explain why neglecting our major purpose in life could have a negative impact on our health. Certain lifestyle choices, some of our bad habits, our problems in marriages which later end in divorce, breaking the nuclear family apart, and then our fears have negative impacts on our health, which is why most patients who come to the hospital, when we take a detailed physical examination or detailed clinical history, we realize that their BPs and then their lipid profiles, they keep going high. But if we try to look at it deeper and then ask them more questions into their social background or social history, you realize that some of them are battling with stress, anxiety from their marriages. Some of them are also having depression, and then a whole lot. And even some of them are having poor lifestyle choices. So when we look at the different age brackets, we realize that at every given stage of our lives, we all have different purpose. The purpose of children is different from the purpose of adults. So between the ages of 50 to 70, or let's say 45 years and above, what they should be prioritizing, or their sole purpose should be trying to stay on a healthy diet. Because around that age, when most adults have attained financial freedom, or they have so much money, temptations arise, and then most of them are forced to spend their money on rich food, and then unhealthy fats. Now, these unhealthy fats greatly affects their health, like their blood pressure, their sugar levels, which later leads to stroke, heart attacks, and all that. Which is why in MasFra, around that age bracket, we are going to focus on how we can improve their quality of life by sometimes helping them overcome their fears, certain fears. Because as they are approaching old age, they have this fear of having more sickness arise, and then this fear makes it even worse. Some of them driven by their fears are also forced to take in certain medications that can affect their health, because some medications do more harm than good. Once you are afraid, and then once you have more fears, and then you are constantly seeking to take the next medication, it means that people who sell fake drugs have you under their control. They can sell you fake drugs just to make more money. So they can make income out of your fears. This is why in that age group, we try to help adults tone down their fears. Then around the age bracket of 30 to 40 years, this is where most married couples sometimes face issues and problems with their marriages. And then this causes a lot of psychological warfare to them. Some are going to come with health issues, but as we trace back, or as we try to ask them more questions, we realize that they have issues with their relationships and their marriages. Then between the ages of 20 to 30 or 18 to 30 years, most are finding it hard to focus because they are indulging in bad habits. Now, this bad habit causes them depression and then anxiety. What happens is that around that age, due to inexperience in life, they fall more prey and then victim to societal influence and then peer pressure. So what happens is that they are not able to think independently for themselves and then make the right decisions, which is why in this organization, we tackle every age group and how to help them overcome the challenges that they face. Then for young children below the age of, let's say, 15 years, most of them are under the influence of their parents, which is why we have to guide parents on how to take very good care of their children. Because when kids are well taken care of, the outcome is very good. It's very favorable. They don't suffer from malnutrition. They have well-balanced diet, so they grow so their physique, how they grow mentally, physically, and then psychologically, the outcome is more favorable as compared to kids that are neglected because broken home, because father and mother had to split apart at a very young age. So these kids have to take care of themselves at a very young age, which isn't so good when both parents are around. When both parents are around, they are able to stay on purpose. MasFra is an organization intended to remind people on their major purpose in life, so that They don't drift. Because if we all come together and then we think independently for ourselves and then stay on purpose, it will be much easier for us to ease the burden that we have. And then this will greatly improve our health issues. Which is why at every given stage, our major purpose at every given stage of our lives is to grow. That is why I made mention of the age brackets, so that we know which areas to focus on. Because if we are able to grow in every area of our life, shape or form, and then keep that balance, our health issues will greatly improve. This is the whole essence of the organization, is to change the idea of working for money and fame into a society of purpose-driven individuals. Because when we are constantly focused on working for money, this is when we sometimes trade our energy or our health just to make money, and this will affect us later on. So this brings us to the end of this video. Thank you, and then we'll see you next time.